What do I buy when I can't buy makeup? As you may or may not know, I'm finishing up a year-long makeup no-buy that started in April of 2025. As of April 20th, that 1 year no-buy will lift and I'll be able to buy makeup again. And I have a lot of thoughts on how I want to proceed. I think I'll save that for another video. But just because I haven't been buying makeup doesn't mean I haven't been buying other beauty products like hair care, perfume, skincare, stuff like that. I don't buy a lot of it. I never really feel the need to track that sort of thing because it's not as fun as monitoring makeup. When I do data analysis and stuff, I like makeup stuff. The other beauty stuff I don't really care as much about. And I never have so much in those categories that I feel like I need to monitor. But I thought it'd be fun to share all of the beauty stuff I bought during my makeup no-buy year. What do I buy when I can't buy makeup? So I'm gonna start from everything I purchased as of April 20th last year all the way to present day. I'm at the end of March, so I only have like a month, less than a month left of my makeup no-buy, and I don't foresee purchasing anything else, so I think this is a pretty good look at a year of beauty spending. And when I started my makeup no-buy in April, I actually didn't purchase anything for a few months. My next beauty purchase wasn't until June 30th of 2025. I made an Ulta purchase. I think there was a sale going on for some things that I like to stock up on when they're available. Admittedly, those Pacifica eye and smile line patches, those were like on super sale. I think they're normally $8 and I got them for $1.71 with my coupons. And I think I just added that on because I needed maybe another dollar in order to get free shipping. And I do like to have these. I always forget to actually use them, but I do like to have them. So maybe this video will remind me to actually pull these out and use them. I do have quite a few family weddings coming up this year that will require some traveling, so maybe these would be nice to take with me to kind of have a little extra pampering moment to prepare for those special occasions. The next one was a dry shampoo powder. This is from Verb. I don't know if this is my first or second one that I've tried. I do use this regularly and like it. I don't use dry shampoo very often, but when I do, I try to use the powder instead of an aerosol spray. And I've been doing that for years. I just prefer to minimize how many aerosol spray cans I have in my house just because I feel like that's not very good to breathe in. And then lastly, I got another one of my favorite and most used shampoos. I really love the Kristen S clarifying shampoo. I don't like their other shampoos. I think I tried their signature one and it made my hair feel like straw. But this one is fantastic, especially if you do like to have a clarifying shampoo. I buy the big liters of them when they're on sale. And then I didn't buy anything in July, and then I bought something at the very beginning of August from the Dr. Bronner's website. Every couple of years, like maybe every 2 years, I go on that website and I purchase the refills of a bunch of their Castile soaps. I love using those every day to clean my sponges, and I also use them to clean my makeup brushes as well. And I wanted to try some of their different scents, so I got a refill of their citrus, of their rose, and then of my favorite, their almond. The citrus and rose are okay. Sometimes they come out with seasonal scents that are fun. Like I think they did like a cherry blossom one and a green tea one a while ago. Those were nice. I think moving forward, unless there's a scent that really sticks out to me that I'd like to try, I'll just stick to the almond because that's my favorite. And I have a little bottle of it that I keep under my bathroom sink, and I use the refills to fill it up. But that little bottle is what I use every day to clean my makeup sponges. I don't know what was going on in September, but I made a lot of purchases in the month of September. I'm assuming there were a lot of sales happening, and maybe I was just in a mood, but I also remembered that I had quite a few gift cards that I'd gotten for Christmas the year before, back in December of 2024. And I didn't actually use most of them until September of 25, which was good. If I was gonna be in a shopping, spending mood, I might as well take advantage of the gift cards that I've been so graciously given. And so the first purchase was September 5th. I had a $75 gift card for Anthropologie, and I decided to use that to buy some perfumes. I did a perfume project pan last year where I went through all of my samples. I think I had like 35 to 40 different little mini perfumes, and I tested out a handful of them every month, came back with my thoughts on them, and then pulled another 5 to try to finish the next month. And because of that, I was able to go through all of them, which was wonderful. And I think around that time that I finished that project was when I bought these, maybe just to kind of treat myself for being so good about finishing all those samples that I had been accumulating over the years. I got one Philosophy Fresh Cream Hydrating Shower Gel, and then 3 mini travel sprays. The Philosophy Hydrating Shower Gel, this is something that I tried years and years ago. I really liked it. It felt very decadent. It is a very luxurious, creamy feeling shower gel. It does have a beautiful creamy scent, a little sweet. Admittedly, those 3 perfumes were blind buys. I had never tried them. I'd never even heard of those brands before. And the main reason I chose those 3 were because the scents, like the notes in the description, stood out to me a lot. So I got a travel spray from Pharmacia in the scent Rose Épicé, a travel spray in Cocoa Blush by Good Chemistry, and in I Do by a brand called Nostalgia. None of them have really stuck out to me, but maybe I need to wait until the spring and summer to try them out again. Sometimes just changing the season up changes how I feel about certain perfumes. And that might be the case with these too, but I am glad that I tried them. I'm glad I have them, and they come in handy, especially because I do have a lot of trips coming up this year for those weddings that I just talked about. Next up, 2 days later, September 7th, I made 2 separate purchases on one day, and they were both from Ulta. I think there was some sort of sale happening. The first one was more of a utilitarian haul. My hair dryer broke, so I bought another one. I just got one from Revlon. Honestly, I bought the cheapest one that I could find on the website. I don't really have a loyalty to certain hair dryer brands. So yeah, I had a $10 off 50 coupon, and I used that to get a new hair dryer. And then I also got a new top coat. At the time, I was wearing a lot of eyeshadow as nail polish, and I like to top that up with a clear coat in order to make sure that the eyeshadow is sealed in and lasts longer. And I was running low on the top coat that I had, so I just repurchased another one. This one is from Essie. It's their gel couture top coat. It's probably, with it being a gel coat, I probably should have one of those machines. I don't, I just use it on its own. It seems to work fine. Nail polishes don't last forever on me. I feel like I'm just too rough with my nails and my hands in general, so nothing has really been super long lasting for me overall. They all just kind of perform the same. And the next one, I think this was maybe during a 21 Days of Beauty. There were 2 things that were either on my wish list or just things that I like to have on me at all times, and they were both half off, so I just decided to get both of them. I got a travel size of the Paul Mitchell Super Skinny Serum, and I just used that today in my hair. Admittedly, it was the first time that I'd used that specific bottle. I really like it. I like how it makes my hair feel. It's a nice heat protectant. I don't use hot hair tools on my hair very often, usually maybe a couple times a month at most. And I did finish the other heat protectant serum that I had been using. It was a free serum that came with these hair wands that I bought years and years ago, and it took me forever to actually finish that. So this travel size is more than enough and will last me for years to come. And then the Beauty Blender sponge is my favorite makeup applicator. I feel like it lasts a lot longer than the other more affordable ones. Any of the ones that I buy that are from the drugstore, from other more affordable brands, they always tear so quickly. I don't think I'm being extra rough with them, but I do wash them every time I use them. So they are getting washed very often, and yeah, I don't know, they just tear so quickly. The Beauty Blender doesn't do that. It lasts always at least 6 months for me. So I got 2 of those. It should have been $40 full price, but I was able to get them for $10 each, which is a good deal. Yeah, there must have been some sort of sale going on because I did make another Ulta purchase the next day. The DHC Deep Cleansing Oil is one of my favorite cleansing oils. You get a ton of product, and if you can get it for half off like I did, it's a pretty good value for your money. And then Make Beauty, I think, was having a half off everything sale on their website. So I took that opportunity to get another one of their rice essences. That's one of my favorite essences I've ever used. I've gone through probably 5+ bottles at this point, and I should have gotten more because I don't see it on the website anymore. So I don't know if they stopped selling it. And then I also used this opportunity to try a few other things from their skincare line. I think the Pre-Cleanse Fluid, which is just their oil cleanser, I think I had gone through one of those before and it was fine. So I picked up another one, and then I grabbed an Orbital Balm, which is one of their eye creams, and then the Supercell, which is one of their face creams. I just finished the Supercell. I thought it was good. It reminded me a lot in consistency of the Magic Cream from Charlotte Tilbury. I don't know if they perform the same because I haven't used the Charlotte Tilbury cream for years, but it did remind me of that a lot, and it was nice. It took forever to go through, so it was a good value for my money. And for the Orbital Balm, which is the eye cream, I've been using that day and night for several months now, and I'm not even halfway through the container, so that is gonna last me forever. Overall, really happy with that purchase, and I'm only wishing I had purchased more of the essence when I could get it and when I could get it for half off. The next was the next day, September 9th, another half off sale at Ulta. The Lancome Hypnose Drama Extreme Volumizing Mascara, that isn't for me. That's my mom's favorite mascara, so I picked one up for her. And then I was running out of my face cleanser from Korres. I really like their, I think it's called their like yogurt cleanser. I've been using that forever and I really like it, but it wasn't on sale like this one was, so I grabbed this one instead. The first 8 Beauty Pure Skin Face Cleanser. I had used it before and it didn't give me any adverse reactions, so I figured I'll just pick that up. It's a little bit more stripping than the Korres one, so I likely wouldn't get this one again. Okay, we're finally wrapping up September. I made one last purchase from Ulta on September 21st. There must have been some sort of sale happening, I don't remember which one it was, but I stocked up on more of my favorite body wash from Soap & Glory, and I wanted to get a eyebrow spoolie brush, like a dual-ended one that had like an angled brush side and then a spoolie on the other side. So I bought another one. This one's from Real Techniques. I always really like Real Techniques brushes. The only gripe I have with this brush is that it's very wide. Like the actual brush itself is very wide. It's not like a thin brush to create little strokes. In the grand scheme of things, it's not really that big of a deal. I'm not doing any super detailed work on my brows overall, and I am just trying to kind of like fill in gaps. And then I also stocked up on my favorite blotting sheets, which are from Winky Lux. I really like them. I always have an open blotting sheet in my purse or in my backpack or in my pocket for when I'm going out. I get oily really fast and it does a great job at removing the oil without disrupting my makeup underneath. Okay, we're finally out of September, but it wasn't that long for me to make my next purchase. This time in November, it was November 5th, I made a purchase from Sephora. I think there was one of their sales happening, so I got 10% off. And I also had a $100 rebate card. There was some sort of special with the eye contacts that I purchased. So I decided to use that rebate card to purchase some things from Sephora, kind of like things that I wouldn't normally get myself, but that I did want to try. It was mostly hair stuff. So I got a Sol de Janeiro conditioner. I've gone through these before. I really love how they make my hair smell. And then the Way shampoo and conditioner for medium hair that I got. I purchased these because I was really curious. I always hear such good things about this brand, but I don't like spending this much on so little hair stuff because I wash my hair several times a week and I go through it pretty quickly. I actually haven't opened either of these yet because I'm still working through some other things, but I am excited to try them. And then the last two, I think I was just trying to use up as much as I could from that rebate card. So I was just trying to reach that $100 threshold. I got another one of my favorite everyday face creams from The Ordinary. This is a mini of their moisturizing factors. And then I bought another one of these eye patches from the Sephora collection. Again, haven't used it yet, but hope to at some point for some of the special occasions coming up this year. You can tell I like Ulta more than Sephora because I have so many more Ulta purchases, including this one from November 9th. I stocked up on some of their foaming hand soaps. I always like their scents. And I wouldn't say I was necessarily in need of a new eye cream because I still had the one from Make Beauty that I purchased in September. But the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream, which I have tried before and really like, it was on sale for $20 off, so I decided to pick it up. Looking back, I probably didn't need to because I'm still wearing the Make Beauty one. And the Ole Henriksen is just sitting in my drawer, unopened, unused. My next purchase was again from Ulta. This was December 6th of 2025. And I had a 20% off everything coupon, and I think I also used a lot of my points. Looking back, I don't think there was a lot of strategy behind these purchases. I think some of them I was just maybe running low and wanted to repurchase. A couple of them I wanted to try. Maybe I was just more in a mood to purchase some things more so than like actually needing anything. The 2 TerraBreath fluoride rinses, I hear people talk about these a lot and I just wanted to try them. I usually just use like Crest. I buy the giant Crest mouthwashes at Costco that come in like a 3-pack and those are usually fine. But for some reason I wanted to try these out. They probably are doing really great things for my teeth, but I just don't really feel like spending this kind of money. And I think I'll just stick to the ones that I buy from Costco. And then I've had the same bottle of Big Sexy hairspray for probably over a decade at this point. I just buy a big one of it and then I use so little of it whenever I do use it. And I usually just use it to kind of tamp down any flyaways I have on the top of my head. And that's really only when I'm like styling my hair, which again is just really not that often. So one bottle will last me years and years and years. And I was finally running low on the one that I had. So I purchased another one to replace it. And I think it's like their jumbo size, So this will be the only hairspray I need for the next decade likely. And then I wanted to try this No Frizz Smooth Styling Cream from Living Proof. I really like Living Proof, and there are occasions where I like to style my hair or maybe give it a little bit more of like a blowout effect. And I wanted something that was heat protected, but that might also help my hair look a little bit smoother. So I bought a mini of this. I have used it a little bit, I like it, but I think I prefer the Paul Mitchell serum over this. I was running low on my Good Molecules Yerba Mate Wake Up Eye Gel. I like using this underneath, like as the first thing on my eyes, and then I'll use an eye cream on top sometimes. Especially in the winter, I feel like that part of my face just needs all the help it can get. And I like that it's a gel. It feels really lightweight, and I think it just acts as a good primer for the other creams that I put on top. And I'm actually running low on that one and should probably pick up another one soon. I slowly lose all of my hair ties, or they break or they stretch out too much. And so every once in a while, not very often, but every once in a while, I need to pick up new ones, especially for the gym. So I picked up these ones from Kitsch. They are seamless elastics, and I feel like they have really good hold, which is great for when I'm going to the gym. Like I said, I do spin classes, I do HIIT classes, and so sometimes I'm like jumping up and down or just moving a lot, and my hair is very slippery, so some elastics just don't cut it. This is great, if not maybe a little too tight for the purpose that I use them for, but they're good. I don't regret that purchase at all. And then the next one, the Grippy Cakes. These are little sticky things that you use. You know where they go. You don't need me to explain it. I've had the same 2 pairs of these for probably 5+ years, and I use them when I don't really want to wear like a full bra. Maybe my outfit just doesn't call for it. Or sometimes if I'm wearing a really thin bralette and I just want another layer there, I can put these on. I use them fairly often, and just the ones that I had were getting a little bit old and worse for wear. So I decided to pick up a new version, and this is my first time buying these ones, and I really like them. And then the last one, I don't even remember why I got this. I don't even know where it is. It's somewhere in my house, I'm sure, but I don't even remember buying this. I don't know why I got it. I have 3 purchases left. I made 1 purchase every month so far in 2026. And the first one was in January. There was a sale on the Jan Marini website, and I really like their bioglycolic face cleanser. I talked about it in my Beauty Game Changers beauty tag that I did a couple months ago. It was on sale, so I picked up a few bottles. I think I got 2 bottles of it, and that is going to likely last me well into next year. In February, there was a 20% off everything coupon at Ulta, and I also had a few rebate gift cards from Rakuten, which is, I think it used to be called Ebates, and you just get cash back on online purchases that you make. And you can get that money in gift card form from a retailer of your choice, and sometimes they have specials where, like, sometimes they'll add 10% more to that cashback amount if you get it through certain retailers. So I had 2 Ulta gift cards from that cashback program, and so I used that to get 2 perfumes. One of them was a full size of a perfume that I really like. It was a sample that I went through in my project pan, my fragrance project pan last year, and that's from Philosophy, and it's the Amazing Grace Ballet Rose perfume. And then I also picked up a mini from Ellis Brooklyn in Myth. I just really liked the scent notes. I haven't actually worn that one yet, so I'm not sure, but all the scent notes just were ones that I really like in perfumes normally, so I figured I'd like to try it. I really need to stop blind buying perfumes though. And my very last purchase was on March 11th of this year. I made a purchase from the Beauty Blender website. They were having a sale where some of their beauty blenders were half off, so I got one of their color changing ones and then a 3-pack of their regular beauty blenders, and the price came out to just about 50%, maybe a little bit more than 50% off of all of them, which is a great deal. I feel like I go through 1, maybe 2 beauty blenders a year, so this should last me for multiple years, and I am glad to have been able to get them half off. And that's always something I try to do with beauty blenders. If I don't have to pay full price, then I won't. But that was my last purchase. It's really nice to go back and look, because there are some things that I just really didn't need, and it just kind of reinforces the fact that I don't need to buy backups of stuff. Like, I didn't need to buy that eye cream. I didn't need to buy that random Paul Mitchell conditioner. They are just gonna literally sit in my house, and I probably could have waited. And yeah, this was just fun for me to look at. I think I'm gonna tally all of it up and have that number here to show you. I haven't actually done that math just yet. I think that would be good to see. And I am happy to see that for the majority of these, I did utilize sales in order to stock up on stuff that I wear and use regularly. But I think I also took advantage of that, especially those half off sales at Ulta. I think I ended up buying some things that I didn't necessarily need or even really want that bad just because the sale was so good. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I likely won't have a lot of haul videos moving forward. It just doesn't make sense with the way that I try to approach spending and also with the types of videos that I make. I would really like to know what sort of things you buy in bulk or you buy a lot of when they're on sale because you use them so often that you just like to have a lot because you know you'll go through them. I think it'd be cool to maybe do a video on like bulk beauty where I buy the biggest size or I buy refills of them because they're just so well loved and just such staples in my life that I know I'm gonna go through it, so I buy a lot more at a lower cost, if that makes sense. But I would like to hear what you think as well and what sort of stuff you buy that falls into that category. But in the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video.